I keep hearing that parents should read to their kids more. Well, as a parent, I say stop making kids' books so rubbish. Plots that make no sense, rhyming couplets that don't scan, and bum jokes on every page. And then this book comes along. It's called The Book That Grown-Ups Get Wrong, and frankly, it's even worse. It's totally confusing. But the kids seem to love it, so I guess I've got to stick with it. And it was written by Rove McManus, who kind of owns this show, so I'm willing to give it another chance.
Love you, Rove. Here's the author who's responsible for this confusing kids' book, Rove McManus.
Hello, everybody.
Why did you decide to write this book?
Well, it's not also, it's obviously the kids' book part of it, being a parent. I want to do something that my daughter can enjoy because she's not of legal age to come into comedy clubs. And if I try to get her to watch anything I've done on TV, she just holds up a small screen with a phone and pulls up a video of herself going, mate, we can all be on a screen, no big deal. So I thought it'd be great to at least do something that she might be interested in. And I've also done the illustrations as well.
That is so cool, and the illustrations are also fantastic. But what a wonderful way to connect with her. But let's just get down to the brass tacks of this book. What happens? Why do adults, including me, to be honest, get it so wrong?
Well, it's been set up intentionally so that the challenge is laid down. This is the book that every grown-up who tries to read it to a kid or anyone else will get it wrong. And it's basically just to find the humour in empowering kids. Anyone who has spent time with kids, if you have a child or even niece or a nephew, the one thing that they love is when you act dumb and pretend you don't know what's happening or what things are. Like you say, let's go find the remote control, and you pick up a stapler going, here it is, and they go, no, it's not. And they always find that that's a great way of feeling empowered, and the grown-up gets a cheap laugh out of it. And I thought, what a great idea for a book. So it's written in that style where it's impossible for the grown-up to read this and get it right at all.
And it seems you've taken inspiration from the many people you've worked with over the years. I thought I spotted Peter Hellier in there somewhere, sort of playing a sassy frog.
Yeah, I got him to model the frog. There is a very direct reference to Dave Callan, my friend, comedian, the very hairy David Callan, who could have been depicted as a sheep in this, but he is directly referenced because he is also a fully trained ninja. So as you're reading this, because the idea becomes more and more ridiculous, so there is a reference to Dave the ninja when it starts out, there's a drawing of a frog, and the grown-up is asked, what is this? And then they say, oh, it's a hot dog riding a skateboard. And then it has to build from there. So as you're going along, I'm sitting there trying to think of more ridiculous things to say along the way. And so I just decided, well, I'll mention my friend Dave is a ninja, so that'll work. That sounds funny. And then I just flat out ran out of ideas and just asked my daughter. That's terrible. How lazy is that?
Yeah, I presume she's getting a cut of the profits.
Oh, God, no. No. So long as she doesn't watch this, we'll be fine.
Should parents try to put on voices for the different characters, or is this just really embarrassing for kids? You can have the final word on this, Rove.
I am a huge advocate of funny voices. I will always pick a book that and I will add the voices to the characters as I go, almost like I'm sadly auditioning for some talent scout that is not in the room. But yes, if I had to place a vote, I say yes, voices, always silly voices. And hopefully my intent with this is also to give you material to work with. If you're trying to get cheap laughs out of your kid, then I'm your guy.
Rove, congrats on the book. Even more than that, congrats on impressing your daughter. Thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you all.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, really good. And you would have learned a few things about kids' books, being a mum of two.
Yes, I've learned a few things, how some are really good, some are really bad. They're really hard to read. And some we get given, and I just have to give them straight away again, because they're sort of all about, like, you see parents really like telling off their children and yelling at them and name calling and all this behaviour that I don't want to see in my house. So I just get rid of those.
You're basically a book burner. You're censoring books with certain messages.
I have to say I do, and I stand by it.
I found them so long when I was reading to my kids when they were younger. You know that one there in the bed, there's 10 of them and it's roll over, one fell out. It got so long I used to skip out some of the numbers, just skip it, which was sped up reading time, but now my kids can't count. So...
But on balance,
it was the right decision.
Absolutely.
Look, Rove's new book is called The Book That Grown-Ups Get Wrong, and it is out now.